Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope the holidays were enjoyable as they could be. So I just wanted to do this video because I had actually worked a week and hours on another video that I was about to post last night, and it just deleted completely off of everywhere. And so I believe in divine everything, and I just trust. And I guess they wanted me to post a video today on just me checking in on where I'm at and helping you know what's been going on with me. So lately, if you've been following along, I had recently done a body realignment that just happened psychically, intuitively, and I would say in divine timing. And since then, I've been basically rehabbing that. And oh man, the feels in my body are so different. The different muscles that I'm using now, the ones that I was supposed to be using, and the ones that I can feel now, they get tired so easy. It's funny, learning to walk again with different muscles, feeling the differences in my feet and the bones and the different muscles, and twisting and releasing all the crazy sensations in my body because of the release of stuff that I didn't even know what was happening. Even showering, it's so crazy how that one thing. So basically in that one, I said it went for my toe, but in truth, it actually goes back to an older injury that I had since I was a child. One where I'm pretty sure I was either 4 or 5, and I went sliding down the railing and I fell off from the end, but the top of the railing, flat onto my back. And I remember I hit my head, but I guess in truth, my head was okay because it's actually, for a child, it was taller than my height. But I guess my shoulder took most of the impact, and I didn't tell my parents because I was afraid to get in trouble. And I remember I laid there forever, and that was the first time I actually did see stars and I saw this stuff happening. And now, today, when I look back into that, because I didn't remember that, I never looked back onto it until just recently because, being led by everything and where I'm going and healing, it took me to these places. And I realized that was the first time in my life that I had experienced fear. And it was when I was going down the rail, and I wasn't scared of going down the railing because that's who I was adventurous, but it was more that I was scared about what my parents would say had they found out that I was doing this, because they would be like, "Get off, that's so dangerous, how could you do this?" And it just, in that moment, it hit me. I slid off the railing and I just kept going off, boom, into the air and right onto the ground. And that's when I fell and experienced all of that kind of stuff. So to be honest, I think the reason why that this is coming up now is because I am working past and through everything, and I'm about to come into my full being. And I do believe that when you do that, you go through everything. And I think one of why that came now was because that was my first moment of fear into the physical material realm. And now here we are. And I know how much of fear is an illusion, and one that we create based on the things within ourselves. And so now that that's over, I am, wow, I can't even tell you what it is like to be aligning and realizing and feeling the differences in sensations of all, not just in my physical, but in the emotional, mental, and spiritual, because it really is that connection that I can't even, unless I can't, or understand some about that, about how much those things affect the true vibrancy of frequency of the chakras, about when the areas start popping, the fascia starts popping, you start realigning into the spots where you're meant to be, to vibrate where you're meant to be. It's quite different. Wow. And things just keep falling into place, and signs are rapid, and the manifestations and law of attraction. Oh my goodness. The psychicness. Anyways, I just wanted to share all that with you guys because I am going through that right now in this hermit mode, I guess you would call it. And from there, out into the world in 2019, right? I'm very excited. So next year is going to be quite different. I'm going to be sharing a lot more of me in the ways that I have always seen. We're going to be doing so much together. It's going to be way more involved with both of us. So I'm really excited. And I just wanted to say, 2018 was a tough year for me. It took me everywhere. It was the most turmoil, action, that was the most roller coaster year I have ever had, and probably one of the most action flipping years I have ever had in my entire life as well. Everything that you could think would happen to a person in one thing happened all to me in less than a year, really, all in 2018. And to be honest, I remember when I started 2018, I couldn't wait for it to be over because I couldn't believe how hard it was. I remember hearing that all around. But now 2018, I couldn't be more thankful because while that was a freaking roller coaster, crazy, everywhere of a ride that sometimes I ended up just being numb and going with it because I had no idea how to be, I couldn't thank you enough because that growth, the everywhere you've taken me to bring me to who I am right now and to who I am going to be from now on till 2019 beyond, I couldn't thank you enough. So 2018, thank you for being that crazy year. And yet, even though so crazy, still so loved and supported. So everyone, see you in 2019, and I hope for you that you can look back and reflect and see what that year brought for you, even if it was one of your darkest years, even in those darkest moments, even in the saddest, most depressed, even in the happiest. I hope you can enjoy and see and realize that in every moment of now are opportunities to change whatever your situation you're in, change anything, really. It's really every moment of now is a miracle for a blessing, a wish, anything that you desire. If you believe it to be true and if you desire to receive it, that's the tough part, when we actually receive. So, love you all. To 2018 and happy 2019. Thanks for coming along, and I'm excited to see more of you and get to know where we're going to be going, because it's going to be fun, it's going to be wild, and it's going to be action-packed, I promise you. Full of laughs, because that's where I'm headed, to a playful, fulfilling, loving journey of joy, stepping every piece of joy. I mean that because there's going to be a lot of walking. Okay, love you all. Mwah!